My life, I haven't been the most popular person ever. I haven't been somebody who's had many friends at all. I was the type of kid who would often sit alone by himself underneath the trees during recess in elementary school because I had no friends. I did have a couple good friends every now and then, but eventually well, we went our separate ways. And that's not to say that they were bad friends. That's just to say that they were in my life for a shorter amount of time than I would have expected, that I hoped for. See, this whole New Year started with me wanting to reach out to people who I think are interesting and would like to talk to, but for some reason I always find that it's always a one sided conversation. You know what I mean? The other person doesn't contribute to the conversation or doesn't put in any effort into continuing the conversation and making it more interesting. It's just very one sided. And I'm a bit thick. I'm a bit sick of that. I'm sick of not having a serious close friend. And that's something that I've had to come to terms with, especially after my discharge from the mental hospital, my third stay in the mental hospital. Because I talked about this in videos before. But essentially, after my third stay in a mental hospital, when I was discharged, I came back into a world that had left me behind. Now, what does that mean? That means that in my absence, people formed cliques, relationships, and they created bonds with people. And so when I came back, their bond with me had broken and a bond with others had strengthened. And so people wouldn't say hello, they wouldn't say goodbye, they wouldn't acknowledge my presence. Of course, there were the some people who did, but never for long. I kind of started 2021 off with wanting to make new friends, wanting to see new people, talk to new interesting people, have an actual intellectual conversation, and not just yeah, bro, she's hot, or yeah, dude, I love this show, or stuff like that. I want to sit down and talk about existential crisis. I want to talk about how we are literally the universe observing itself through the eyes of something that had absolutely impossible, infinite decimals of numbers of probability of even happening. I want to talk about stupid stuff. I want to talk about the kind of stuff that nobody really thinks about. I want to talk about mental health. I want to talk about this and that, this and that. And if you want to talk about something you're passionate about, I would love to. But people don't really come to me when they want to talk about something they're passionate about. And I ask people in conversation, I ask, so what are you passionate about? And they'll say whatever, and I'll say, oh, cool. Do you like this? And they'll respond, or like I said, very one sided. My high school years were spent feeling like an outcast. My middle school years felt like I was a nobody. And in my elementary school years, I was blissfully ignorant of the world. If I could turn back time, I would. If I could turn back time, I'd undo all the stupid crap I've done. If I could turn back time, I'd probably not want to kill myself. Because I would have done things right the first time. See, I'm no stranger to suicide. If you've watched my channel, you would know. I guess what I'm trying to say is check up on your lonely friends. Check up on the friends who don't seem like they're all there. Maybe their mind is drifting. Maybe they're thinking about something outrageous. Check up on the people who look like they need someone to be there for them. because I try to be there for those around me. And oftentimes it doesn't end up the way I want it to. So, yeah. I hope you have a good day. See you in the next one.